the sci-fi scanner recap for the week. So that's in the group here. I just did that live session. Now I'm going to go over to the recap for the Impulse Smart Money Concepts trading for last week. I didn't get a chance to do many live sessions, like I said in my earlier video, because we were very busy at the restaurant and I've been having trouble with some patellar tendonitis in my knee. That's been keeping me down, resting. But anyway, of course, this is our impulse scanner, as you know, and the whole trading strategy is right here in this process document. So that's in the group. Can't find it, you need it, just message me. And again, as I'm going through these charts here, because I'm going to do it quickly, if you don't understand something, you need help with anything at all on it to understand it, just let me know. I'll do a live Zoom with you and I'll slow it down for you and show you exactly what I'm doing. So wasn't a great week last week. We had 2 wins and 4 losses. So we just won that kind of 33% ratio where you kind of break even. 2 wins and 4 losses, you would break even for the week. But overall, we're at 18 wins and 12 losses for the last 7 weeks. 18 wins and 12 losses. That's a 60% win rate. And assuming that you did a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio on all trades, you lost 1% on the losing trades, you gained 2% on the winning trades, which is what I show you, and which is what the wins and losses are based on. That's a 24% gain on your account because you would get 2% on your 18 trades, which is 36%. You would lose 1% on your 12 losers. Subtract that off of 36, you're left with 24% gain on your account in the last 7 weeks. In the last 7 weeks, guys. So yeah, that's averaging right now to a 12% gain monthly, if that's where it stays. After next week. Now remember, after next week, I'm probably not gonna be doing these videos anymore in this free group. If you want access to this strategy and what I show you, you're going to have to join our community, join the company we're with on my team, and then you'll get access to essentially what's a paid Facebook group where I will continue showing you all the setups. Now, remember, the purpose of this video is I'm not an expert trader. I'm just going through and I'm showing you, we're testing the strategy. We're testing the strategy to see if it'll work before you risk your real money on it or before you try to take a funded challenge, right? Or if you already have a funded account, before you trade on that funded account. That's the only purpose of it, okay? It's the only purpose of it. Forex is very, very risky. As we all know, you can lose all or part of your capital. So you only want to trade with money that you can afford to lose. And, if you're a beginner, you don't want to trade on a live account until you've taken at least 50 demo trades anyway. I recommend 100, but I would say at least 50. Even though I'm going through and I'm testing these strategies for you, you still have to test them for yourself on at least a 25 trade block, at least at the minimum. Again, I would suggest 50 or 100. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the trades and I'm just going to show you which ones won and which ones lost. I have them marked up here. So the first one here was AUD USD. Right? I'm sorry, that's the wrong. We want the blue flags, the blue or the red flags. Okay, this was our losing trade in AUD CHF. So a lot of the trades involved CHF last week, and 3 out of the 4 lost, actually. So you can see here, though, this trade does make some move. It almost gets to our take profit, right? And, one can argue that maybe our take profit is set a little bit too far away. I don't think it is. So, one of the things I teach in the sci-fi group is that once we're up by 1 times our risk, right? So that would be, right about there, guys. Once we get up times 1 times our risk, you can actually, if you want to, move your stop loss, reduce your stop loss in half. Okay. So that way, instead of losing that full amount, you only lose half of it, right? But our stop loss is right there. And this should be 250. I got to take images of these. So I gotta leave them here. So you see, we kind of just miss it. Well, I think I had this a little bit lower. I used that wick right there, so it's about 30 pips for the win. Right. So that was one of the losses here. AUD, NZD, that was another one of the losses. Right, you could see price does make a move up. I don't think it quite gets to that 1-to-1 like I'm saying. And then it just kind of comes back down and we just get stopped out here before it then starts to move up. So that's telling us when this happens, guys, when you just get stopped out and then it moves in your direction, you have to look at where you have your stop loss and you have to kind of, I don't think it needs to go any lower than that, you know what I mean? But the problem is that you have this other order block down here. Okay. So, and let's just scroll over here. You don't have any imbalance though. There was no imbalance. There was no fair value gap or anything like that. So, to me, I think we had the stop loss in the right place. It's just one of those times where that happens. But like one of the educators on the sci-fi scanner teaches, Patrick Kennedy, he says, whenever that happens to you, that usually means you have to look at where you're putting your stop loss because it just takes us out and then moves in our direction, right? When you get taken out on a stop loss, guys, it should keep going. That means you're just wrong. When it does something like that, that means, hey, maybe you should have put your stop loss somewhere else. But again, based off of this, I don't know how we could have done that. Okay, so that was two losses there. EURCHF was another loss. Right, again, we were in the trade a long time. Price just never went anywhere. And it just moved down into another order block and then into another order block, right? It just kind of goes all the way down to here before it then decides to ricochet back up, right? But there's no way to take a trade off of these order blocks, even if you would want to. It probably, I would imagine that on the impulse scanner, it flipped. The higher time frame flipped on you to bearish, but you can't get in because your entry's all the way up here and your order block's all the way down here, right? So that was the third loss there, and then GBP-CHF. That was another loss, as you see there. Again, moved down into another order block and right through it. Let's see, somewhere I'm missing CAD Chef. This was our win. I missed CAD Chef here. This was our win in CAD Chef here. See, we had our stop loss set right down below this wick. It was a 15 pip stop loss to get 30 pips profit. We entered the trade, looks like Wednesday, 6:45 a.m. is when you would have got in and you would have got out Thursday at 10:45 a.m. with a win. So that was one of the wins. And then the other win was in USD CAD right here. Stop loss was down right below here at about 18 pips to get 36. Get in that trade. Looks like right here, Thursday, 5:30 a.m. And you're out of the trade on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. So again, 2 wins, 4 losses for the week, guys. Overall, let's see. Overall, like I said, for the past 7 weeks, we are at 18 wins and 12 losses, right? There's our live session right here. We're at 18 wins and 12 losses, a 60% win rate, and a 24% gain on our account. So that's the recap. I'm going to do one more live session today in a few minutes after I eat something, and that's going to be the outlook for next week. I'm going to show you where you should have your 4-hour point of interest alerts set on all the pairs we're looking to trade. But that's going to be a quick video, guys. I'm not going to explain it so much in detail. I'm just going to go through the pairs that we're looking to trade. and where you want to set your alert on the 4-hour time frame, where you want to set your point of interest alert, which is normally 50% of the 4-hour order block. So again, but if you have any questions, right? If you don't understand something I just showed you, then send me a message. I'll do a live Zoom with you, or I'll make you a personal video slowing everything down for you, showing what I'm doing. Have a great day, guys.